Hey guys, welcome back to Rocket Into Motorsport here with another video, this time with the F2 at Britain, and straight away Chris going for a spin. And now moving on to Interlagos, only 20 minutes left to go on the clock, and Interlagos into the gravel trap as well, and he's gone for a spin. Not great starts for these guys. Now going for a full lap here with Sam, as he goes on with his damage lap, going through turn 2, then you want to hit the apex here as you should do. Before it gets to turn 3, tricky corner here, gear 2 might work, and he's got into gear 2, shifting up to gear 3. For to get to the left-hander here of turn 4, tricky corner to get out of this one. And you have to make sure you're on the throttle pretty much perfect out of there. Heading into turn 5 with the DRS straight, make sure you hit both of those perfectly. A bit low at the DRS deactivation point there, so that's not going to help him here. Heading into this Brooklyn corner of turn 7, I believe this one is. I might have already lost count, but that's the way it goes. Heading through Brooklyn, they have gone now. On board with how Sam's still going out of this corner then. On the exit as well, gets a nice little move here for heading into this small little right-hander. And then onto the old start finish straight that the MotoGP use. He has to make sure he nails this next corner. This is a tricky one before they head through here, and he's pretty much nailed that to perfection through there. Heading into Maggots and Beckett's section, which is the left right-hander, is through Maggots there, and then through Beckett's, and he's pretty much hit all the apexes here perfectly, especially through the right-hander, and he's on the throttle pretty much bang on exactly where he wants to be. Then through the activation point of the DRS zone, and nails that into 6th gear just like that before heading into the final sector here, and only the last couple of corners to go. As they head into this is Stowe corner then. Is he going to make it through Stowe? Well and truly properly. He's gone through there in flying colours so far. Missed the apex slightly. Could have gone a bit quicker into Stowe, I feel. Before heading into the left-right chicane here. As he's got to nail this as well. And he pretty much has. And he's going to exit the corner here. And I'm pretty sure he's going to cross this line. Is he going to get pole? Yes, he is. What a lap by Sam. And that did in fact put him to P1. As the rest of the grid started retiring into Lagos. Uses up his self-command tyres and goes for a spin. That's not going to help his cause, but it is Sam on pole then. Let's see what he can do with nowhere in P2. So, you know what, there's some pace here, you know. There's a lot of fast guys around to this track, as you can tell. And, yeah, I think we're going to have some quick lap times here. There's only one lap by Noah there, so he can definitely improve there. Joe did loads of laps, and in fact, gets penalised for that because there's a certain window they had to buy, I don't know. It was a bunch of rubbish in my opinion. But here we go for formation lap. So on board with Sam here then, as he goes through the chapel corner, this one is, as he's man on pole position, the one to beat from this guy, Noah. Let's see what he can do from P2 on the grid. Egon P3 then, and Chris P4, before moving on to P5 for Griff. A great job by him in quali. P6 is Gunn, so he could definitely improve on that, and Caesar behind Gunn, and Joe, most disappointing person on the grid there at the back with Interlagos even further back. But what can Sam do here as he goes to start finish straight? And let's see what he can do heading into Abbey Corner. Turn 1, 5 red, 10 left, 10 red lights turn, and away we go for the Silverstone Grand Prix with the F2 for the race 1. And I have to admit, there's a little bit of contact in the back. There's a pink car who's got damage there heading off the start line there. I believe that was Gunn, in fact, who's got the damage there. That's not great for him. And there's a car spin. And it's Caesar's gone around. That's not good for him at all at turn 2. But heading into turn 3, turn 4, the tricky left right here. It's Farm. And I think everyone else made it through nice and safely there as Joe's looking at the sides. And there's contact there and Joe's gone around now. Bad start for a lot of these drivers here as Chris has made an awful start there. Gone backwards off the line, and I know he can definitely make his way through the field, and we expect we'll see that from Chris himself. Heading into Brooklyn corner here then. Let's see what he can do. As Eddie overtakes going into Luffield, possibly the right-hander. Round the outside possibly from Gunn. He's going to think about the move around Luffield. And he's going to see if he can get the move done here. What a move by Gunn if he can pull this one off. As they go through Woodcote now with the right-hander. It's on to the old start. Finish straight from MotoGP. It's still side by side between Gunn and Grifter. Through the fast left-hander of Corp's corner here. And what a move by Gunn to get that one done. And I feel like he's going to enjoy watching that one back later on tonight. As they go through Maggots here and then into Beckett's. The single fire at the moment through... then they go through Chapel. This left-hander here before going on to the Hangar Straight. Let's see what Chris can do here. He's all over the back of Chris, Grifter even. Chris, what can he do about Grifter? Chris with the slipstream and everything available to him at the moment. Is he close enough to Grifter for a dive bomb, possibly into Stowe corner? Of course he is. Grifter goes to the move. Chris goes to the move on Grifter, gets the move done. Fantastic job there. Joe also gets past Grifter, so Grifter made a mistake there for definite as they go through Vale and up into Club corner. As there's a mistake there by Gunn, and there's got some yellow flags. Is that Sam off? I think Sam was off. Yes, Sam's off. And there's another spinner as well. That's Joe. So Sam and Joe both spinning there. There's different contact between both of them there as they head into Abbey Corner. This is one from Sam then. on the exit of the corner, he just spins up the rears and around he goes. That is the risky run on those hard compound tyres. And Egon's gone through, and so is Noah. And Alice all about on the hanger straight then. What can Sam do on his comeback? He has to get past Chris. And he's going to try and do that in Stowe possibly. As Chris has missed the apex massively there though. Heading into Vale corner, the left-right-hander chicane. What's going to be done here? Chris is still up the inside. Still holds on to the advantage at the moment. But is Sam going to look to do the switch back here? Heading onto the heading through club now. Onto the start-finish straight. As is Sam looking for the move here up into turn 1 into Abbey corner. Not quite this time. Through Abbey they go though. Close to being side by side heading into turn 2. Now we're into Farm corner. Up the inside goes Sam. Huge dive bomb on Chris. Nice move there by Sam as they head through the left-hander here. No names to this corner. Don't know why there's no name to that corner, but there isn't. As Chris with a huge loss of the traction there as they head on to Village Straight. Now looking further back onto the hanger straight. No moves real happening here. As on board with Chris. He's got a penalty in fact. As we've got some yellow flags at the back. I think we've lost one and Gunn's gone around. So that's not going to do his race hopes in this Grand Prix. No good at all. Now as they head through Vale and into Club corner. We're on board with Sam. He's all over the back of Interlagos. Interlagos missed the apex. Sam looking up the inside and start finish straight here. To complete lap 4. Up the inside goes Sam. Great move. Heading into Abbey corner. Nice one there by Sam to get that one done. He's into potential P3 for the rest of this race then. As Interlagos, unless he can fight back here into Farm corners. Not quite close enough this time round. Moving on to lap 9 there. All over the back is Joe of Gunn because they've both had a terrible race. I mean Egon, sorry. Joe's on the back of Egon. Egon doing a great job at the moment. But Gunn looking up the inside of that is Cop's corner as they head towards Maggots in Beckett's section. They're side by side through Maggots and into the right hander. This is Beckett's corner. Nice move there by Joe to get that one done. And gets a corner cut warning for definite there as they head through Chapel as well. So it is Joe who gets that position off Egon and moves further up the field. And that's really going to cost Egon there a position possibly for a podium. But let's see what Joe can do then as we've got cars in the pits. Interlagos is in the pits. He's the first one, well not the first one to pit, but he won't be the last one to pit. He's putting on this stock pad tyre so he'll be fighting through the field. Noah's now taken the lead of the race, but he's on a different strategy. Well, they're on the same strat, I think. I don't really know. Joe's now in the pits as well, so him getting past Egon hasn't really made a difference or a change to that as such. So now it's all about Interlagos. Where's he going to come out compared to Egon? This is huge for this podium battle that's going on here. As through Abbey goes Egon. Where's Interlagos? Interlagos is there, comes out in front of Egon. That is the worst possible scenario for Egon. As the Interlagos has now jumped him into on the stock van tyre as well. So you've got to feel that Interlagos can now keep this position and run away with it. As they now go on to the Village Straight here. And he's in the DRS, but there's nothing he can do. There's yellow flags further back. I don't really know why. But Caesar's retired and now Gunn's retired too. So Egon, in fact, in AI mode has made that Chris has been able to catch up here. Now they're going on to the hanger straight. Chris with the DRS open, not really using the slipstream as much as he could be doing there. But they're side by side heading to Stowe corner, the right hander. Is Chris going to look to go around the outside? Of course he is. What a move by Chris, but he runs very wide, taking that line. But Egon just not really close enough to fight on those hard compound tyres just yet. Now looking at Noah coming around the last couple of corners. Great job by Noah to win this Grand Prix. Even on penalties, he's going to win this race. The Silverstone race 1 goes to Noah. Then P2 going to Sam there, despite his spin early on. Now the battle of P3 is Interlagos. It's going to be Chris. I think it's going to be Interlagos though, because he is the only person on this hanger straight heading into Stowe corner. And I don't think Chris is going to be able to get anything else here. Looking further back for any overtakes, and I don't think Joe's going to get grifted either. So bad points there, lost for Joe. Who knows, maybe he can do something special going to the last couple of corners. But it is Interlagos heading out of Vale corner here and into Club. As Chris will on board with, because we're going to see if he can close up. But he gets on the curb, does Chris. But it's Interlagos who gets P3, even on penalties, and Chris doesn't move up at all. Now Egon crosses the line as well to pick up that P5. Griff can go in P6, possibly, depending if Joe can come across the line in front of him or not. Into the last corner they go. Club corner, no moves being changed. But I think on penalties, Joe might just get Grifter. And he did, in fact. So great job there by the penalty system, by Joe himself, to get some more positions back and some important points. The penalties, well, it looks like that quite badly for a lot of drivers. Pit stops was a few different strategies coming into play massively as well. But it's Noah who is the race winner here for race 1. Big points going to him. And you see where he can do with race 2. He'd be starting well back at the pack, I think. So At least P8, and that's not going to be great for him. He could definitely make a comeback or two, maybe position or two, so we'll see what he can do. As Gunn getting a few warnings and penalties there, and Caesar didn't even make a lap after that turn 1 incident. So here we go for formation lap then. It's Gunner Gamer who's on pole position, and he's gone around. So, and in fact, they're all crashing. That's an interesting one. So you've got Gunn pointing the wrong way, and they've all been disqualified. So I'm guessing they don't want to do the formation lap, and this is how they're gonna act, so they don't have to do the formation lap. How's is going down on the wrong straight, and they've hit each other. Oh dear. Well, that's not gone according to plan at all for any of these drivers. Should we move on to the race then? Yep, here we go then. Sam being disqualified. Clarification there. So here we go for the 10 red lights, the Grand Prix here at Silverstone. The race 2, and they've all seemed to have jumped the start. And I think we might have to restart this one. I don't think any of the drivers are happy as they turned into the left, they turned right, and that is quite a mess. Whoever the steward is, good luck trying to sort that lot out, as Guns hit the wall quite heavily there. Does that quite a lot, so not really too much of a surprise there. Interlagos is in the mix as well, and now you've got your 3 touching each other, Sam touching Gunn and Gunn touching Tom. This just doesn't sound right at all, does it? How am I supposed to commentate on this? This is a joke. So now look at the back of the shot. We've got more contact there. Interlagos has been hit badly. And now Howes has come in and finished the job completely. So now we have Gunn versus Howes here. Well, Howes. Gunn versus Chris, I suppose. And it looks like Gunn's going to win this battle. Not quite. Chris is going to win that battle. But it's Howes who won that overall. So we red flagged it, obviously. So here we go for race 2 at the Silverstone Grand Prix. 10 red lights. And away they go. This time now. See if they get to any better starts. Looks like it's clean so far. Heading into Abbey Corner, turn 1. Heading through here. Is there any contact? Any spinners? No, not quite. They've all made it safe to shoot turn 1. Turn 2. Heading into Farm Corner. It's Joe up the inside of Egon straight away into Farm Corner. See if he made that one stick. He hasn't quite made that one stick, but it's a very clean start by the rest of the field as he head through the left-hander. Now, on the exit, anyone going to lose the rear? It was Joe last time who lost the rear. This time, Joe up the inside onto the straight as Joe with the advantage at the moment. I have forgotten what the name of the straight is. Bear with me. This one is a village straight, apparently. I don't really know. Up the inside of Brooklyn Corner goes Joe. Heading into the right hander of Luffield. Joe round the outside of Egon. If he can make this stick, it's going to be a great move around at Luffield. And heading into Woodcote. Is Joe going to be able to pull this one off? It's not quite done the job here yet. Egon definitely picking up a fight. But this is let Howes now. Sam come into the mix here. As more side by side, Howes is off into the grass. As he head through Cop's Corner, Egon's lost out massively, lost out to 2 position. But great move by Howes to go around the outside of Egon. And now look who's coming into the mix. It's Tom himself. Noah getting through, heading into Maggots and Beckett's section. But Noah's running way too deep. Egon's gone round the outside through the Beckett's corner. Now heading through Chapel. Great move there by Egon to get that one back. And a lot of battling here in the early stages. Now Noah onto the hanger straight. Isn't going to get Egon possibly. Heading on the hanger straight. Looks like Chris is also going to be looking for a move on Interlagos. Any changes? Not quite this time round at Stowe. As side-by-side action in the background between Chris and Interlagos. Not really anything doing there though. Oh, Chris going for a huge dive bomb in fact. As we go into Valley. And it doesn't quite hang out for Chris. He could have done the switchback, but it was a bit too weak on the throttle. I think he's going to learn from that next time round. As now, it looks like Tom is looking to get past Egon again here into Abbey Corner. He's got to get this one done at some point. He's doing it now into turn 1 of Abbey. Turn 2 and then hanging to Farm Corner. Turn 3, tricky corner. This one catches you out so easy. Are they going to leave each other enough space? Yes, they have. Now, heading out to the corner here. It looks like Tom with the advantage of the exit speed and gets past Egon onto the village straight. Nice move there. Now heading into Abbey, it's all about what can Joe do against Gunn for the leader's race. Gunn still pulling the advantage, but what's Joe going to do about this? And don't forget, all the time Sam is closing on the pair of them. See what he can do as well. And while this lot battle, it's going to once again bring Tom and Noah back into it. Oh, mistake there by Joe, in fact, gets that completely wrong. That's going to give Howes a huge advantage onto this village straight. Heading against Brooklands, they're side by side. I didn't think that they would be even close to side by side, but yet they are. Into Brooklyn Corner they go, and into Luffield, the right-hander. Is Joe going to look for a switchback here? Not quite looking for a move here, but he's definitely there or thereabouts onto the exit of Luffield. He's all over the back, heading into Woodcote. Now, the next overtaking possibility would have to be Cops, but that's not really an opportunity. Is Joe going to look for this though? Not quite, heading into Cops' corner. He's got to get this one done eventually at some point. This is for the lead of the race, and definitely some very important points. As now heading into Beckett's section. Go through Maggots, they go through Beckett's, and they're still line astern. Heading into Cop's corner then, Chapel even. Heading out to Chapel onto the Hangar Straight. Who's it going to be onto the Hangar Straight then? It looks like Gunn with the advantage, with the DRS going to Joe here. I don't think Gunn's going to be able to fight this one too much. We'll see what Gunn could do then. Into Stowe corner they go, and it's still Gunn with the advantage. Joe hits the back of Gunn there, which is going to slow them both down, bringing Howes back into it again. Now heading into Valet corner, or Vale corner, sorry. Up the inside goes Joe. Great move by Joe, but Gunn fights him back. Where's Sam? Sam's got the pair of them. Sam's gone through to P1. What a move by Howes that was. But now look at Gunn going for the switchback, heading into Abbey corner. It's possible that Gunn can get this one done. But as you saw, he lifted off quite a bit there. Who is with the advantage? It's Sam who got through the pair of them there. Great move by him himself. And it's Gunn who's managed to hold off Joe and all of that. And look who's behind the pair of them. It is in fact Noah himself in P4 at the moment. So great four-way battle this is turning out to be. Joe's lost the rear quite badly. There's a spin further back. It's into Lagos again, who's gone around. Not a great weekend here for him at all. Now it looks like Tom Noah's looking up the other side of Joe here, heading into Brooklyn corner. He's got to get this one done, otherwise Ham's just going to pull away. And that's exactly what's happening through Brooklyn corner. Heading into Luffield. Any moves being changed? Not quite this time. But no, he really needs to hurry this up, because otherwise Sam's just going to pull away like he has done in the past. As Egon and Chris still going out at Hammer and Tom's as well, as they're heading out of the Luffield and heading into Woodcut. No change there. Once again, still no changes going around, and I think it's Lagos stuff again. Yes, he is. Shame for him to be crashing out a couple of times in this race, and I expect he's going to go on and retire. This is the move from House himself, as there's a little bit of contact there between Joe, which slowed them up to begin with, and House, he could have gone for the inside line there, got both of them just like that. But he decided to wait it out. He knew there'd be contact between Joe and Gunn. That was a little bit aggressive from Gunn, so he threw it back at Joe and Sam. What a move that was. Clever thinking by the lads to get them both there. And I think they're both going to look back on that and be disappointed in themselves. Now heading into Cop's corner one more time. Joe versus Gunn one more time. As no moves being changed here. Heading into Maggots. Beckett's any move here. Joe thinking about the look there, but not quite getting the move done. Heading to Beckett's corner then. Oh, Gunn's made a huge mistake onto the grass there. And onto the exit of Chapel corner. Now it looks like on the hanging straight, it's going to be Joe's advantage surely here. As Joe looking up the inside of Gunn onto the hanger straight. The side by side, but the DRS opens for Joe on the hardcover tyre. Up the inside, there's contact again there between the pair of them and heading through Stowe. But nice move there by Joe to get that one done. Any move back, not quite. But later on in the lap, Gunn falls back a lot in fact. So now it's all about Noah getting past his teammate. I expect Gunn's going to let him through, not really going to fight into Brooklyn corner. That's exactly what's happened. Although saying that, Gunn is fighting it. He's not letting it take by as easy as Noah would have thought he would. But Gunn showing it straight back at Noah. You're not even championship. You just says Gunn and gets the move back done. But around the outside, Tom, but there's yellow flags. Boys, Sam's been there. Sam has been there. The race leaders crash. So now Gunn versus Noah, and Joe is winning this race. But he's got a penalty. Oh, this race is turned up in his head just because of one driver binning it. And I do feel that Noah needs to hurry up and get past Gunn, because otherwise Joe's just going to pull away with that penalty of his. But of course, neither of us would know this at this point. As he head through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, he's still a little over the back of Gunn, but it's just costing him so much time that it might not even be any point of him getting past at this point. The gap is 2 seconds. He's going to have a 3-second penalty, so he needs to hurry up. And he's going up the inside of Stowe here. Is Noah going to get the move done? Yes, he is finally. But it's a little bit too late, I feel. Maybe he can get himself into a rhythm. There was a mistake there by Tom, though. Noah even. And it gave Gunn a penalty as well. So the two pink cars had cost each other 1-2 by battling amongst themselves. So they're going to look back on that. They're going to be really frustrated about that. This one with Sam. Had the steering wheel straight. Too much throttle. Too early on. He's into the wall. And he's so lucky to get away with no front wing damage, though, as he rejoins in P4. Now, Egon versus Chris on lap 10. Is Egon going to look for the move on Chris with only a few laps to go? Of course he is. These had a battle in race 1. They're going to be going at it again here. Round the outside of Farm Corner, pretty much. I'm going to call that Farm, even though it's called no name. As onto the village straight then. Once again, it's Egon versus Chris into Brooklyn Corner. Egon chooses to go around the outside of Chris into Brooklyn's. Great move by Egon if he can pull this one off. Goes round the outside of Brooklyn Corner. Great move by Egon to get that one done. Took him a long time to get past Chris, as Chris can have any response now. And onto the last lap of the Grand Prix, and pretty much the end of the race. Noah has closed back down on Joe, but he got a penalty while doing it. He threw away the race. But it looks like Joe's going to win this Grand Prix then, even on penalties. Although saying that, no. Joe picked up a penalty when he was pushing as well. So who's going to win this race then on penalty-wise? It is going to be Noah from Joe, from Gunn, from Sam himself. But the battle of P5 still raging on. Is Chris anywhere near Egon? Not quite. And that's really going to hurt Chris's feelings towards Egon, because he knows next time out, he's definitely going to make sure he tries to beat him. If you want penalties, I don't think there was a change there. Might have been. We'll check. And no, it wasn't. In fact, yes, it was. Chris did get Egon on penalties. That's a huge shout, but if none of these drivers in the top 3 would have got a penalty, they could have won that race, and I think they're all going to know that deep down. Going through the penalty list then, there you have it. So many penalties, so many action. So many race results we're going to go through as well here. As Joe, great consistency, but a lot of penalties. That's going to cost him quite a bit there. But overall, that was a pretty good days of action, especially race 2. Race 1 was a bit a lot of crashes, a lot of that. But yeah, that is the way that racing can go sometimes. Whew, need a drink after that one, and I think you will too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe and like the like the video if you want. It's honestly up to you. See if you like this content or not. And I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.